Well, hi everybody. Hi, welcome to another episode of True Story, Bro. What's up? How's everybody doing?
Yay! Woo!
We're back. We have returned.
From inner space.
Yes. So, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
How you doing? Doing all
Not too
right.
bad.
Not too bad. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Things have been well.
Yeah. Things have been moving like a bunch of movers who move things.
Word.
Oh, my company, right? That's what we do.
True that. True that.
True
So,
that indeed.
what's on the agenda for today, people?
Gonna talk about Cross the Spider-Verse. We're gonna talk about the new Superman and Lois Lane. We talk about Beast Wars. We're gonna talk about the Doo. Hit the button.
Mm. Oh, shit. Well, like we said, welcome back, loyal viewers, to True Story, Bro. As you know who we are, Echo Ninja, Sir Wednesday, and Black Caesar. Wow, I did the movements right. Yes. Anyway, Mr. Polaroid, Mr. Old Dirty, and Justice League over here. Speaking of Justice League, we are going to be talking about the movies that just came out in the beginning of this spectacular summer startup. Some of it is that was kind of sarcastic a bit because some of it was good and some of it not so good.
Some of it was some of it.
Correct.
So, for those who know any of the movies that have come out so far have been Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, The Flash, what's that other one that just came out? Oh, Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. And I don't give a shit about Fast 10, so we're not going to talk about that.
We could talk about it if we want. Yeah,
I mean, okay, I guess it's really nothing to talk about. But okay. And also later we're going to talk about the breaking news that we all found out yesterday that James Gunn has announced his Superman and Lois for his new DCU movieverse. So let's get started with the good, bad, and or ugly. Let's start with the good of these movies that have come out lately. Let's start with the Spider-Man and the Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yes.
I like that. Okay, we got this.
Oh, nice.
So, I do have to say, this movie, man, they just keep on they do. Oh wow, he's back.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Mr. House has returned.
Yes.
Hi everybody.
Mr. House, I was just telling everybody about the good, bad, and ugly of the summer movies that we are going to be talking about today, which is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, The Flash, and Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
The Flash.
Is it ugly or ugly?
In here.
Right now, we're talking about the good, and. Oh, I feel like I'm like slowing down for some odd reason. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, we're talking about the good movie, which is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Let's actually start with the person I have a feeling that's going to have a lot to say about it. Roundhouse.
Spider-Verse. Saw it on day one. IMAX, bitch.
Ooh. You showed me.
Yeah, in New York. At the big IMAX theater, because I was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, IMAX theater.
Because the biggest one is Lincoln Center. That's the biggest one. Then the other one is 42nd. And then after that,
we asked about geography. Talk about the movie.
Seriously. Yeah. Sorry. So the movie, like, cause at first I thought I was getting late, but anyway, I got there. Great opening to the movie. I thought I got there late, but I had just got in time for it. Like, and I was like shocked. I was like, wait. I talked to the guy right next to me. I was like, I didn't miss anything. He's like, nah, you didn't miss nothing. I was like, oh, I'm in the beginning. I'm like, ooh, I'm in the beginning. Like, damn. I love the opening, right? So we all seen. I could just so it's been out for a while. So the opening of like explaining Gwen's story. I thought.
Sorry. Just to make sure people know, these are spoilers that should be written on the bottom. So go ahead, continue.
Yeah, Gwen's story in the beginning, just that explaining her story was amazing. Really, really, really good. I loved it. And the dilemma stuff. Like I caught feelings with the dad dad dynamic and shit like that. Like that hit. I was like, oof, chat. Oof. And then feeling like she had no place to go. Great storytelling in the beginning, just opening the movie. And then even Miles is what? I would say seasoned a little bit, or he's, like, I guess getting seasoned.
It's been at least like
he knows the ropes now.
Yeah, it's been at least like 2 years, I think, or a year since he's been.
Because he got bigger, he's taller.
That's what happens when you in your teenage years of puberty.
But it's been a while. But yeah, he's gotten taller. He's big.
He's 15
he knows
now.
how to use his powers and stuff like that a little bit more.
Yeah.
I like he's more talkative and talking shit now. He has that Peter Parker type shit, just talking shit every time he's fighting now. But man, he has that Peter Parker shit too. He's always late.
Of course, all superheroes are late for everything.
Yeah, ask Goku.
Even Superman late.
Word. Yeah,
he's like a couple minutes late. This nigga's like 30 minutes to an hour late.
Yeah, true.
If it was back in the 90s, it would be he would Pizza Hut two
bro,
pizzas.
The Flash is like an hour late to work, and he's the fastest man alive.
Like 2 minutes, he stops for coffee.
He got somehow.
In that movie, they said he was like a half hour late. Wonder why?
Man, they never met no Frank Sinatra.
But it was a good movie. I do love the even more they amped up with the bilingualness, like him talking Spanish and speaking English. I love that they amped it up a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I love his mom, and I didn't realize who the mom's voice was, and I was like, oh shit, I remember her from what was it called? New York something? What was the show?
New York Undercover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of the one cop, female cop, right?
Yeah. With Malik.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She was in Dexter, right? La Huerta.
Yes.
Yes.
He was also in Oz. That's right. Yes,
she was.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I was like, wait, I know that voice from anywhere. But she's amazing. I love her. And I like the fact that the dynamic with him and his parents kind of getting strained, like he's getting older and everything. And his mom still has this protective side to her, like always still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of like she knows something's up. She's not gonna say it. She just wants Miles to say it, but she just knows that she needs to be there for him.
Right.
And I love that dynamic. The father too. I think the father sometimes feel like he's losing his son a little bit, almost like he feels like he's turning into Uncle Aaron a little bit, like a little bit, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he has that mindset a little bit that he's like, but it was a great movie. I enjoyed Miguel O'Hara. Just seeing him.
Oscar fucking Isaac, bro.
Yeah,
he did it again. He's 4P now. He's 4P now. That's 4 Marvel properties he's part of.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Also, too, I was kind of like, they changed him from we seen him in the last movie, right, to this one. They kind of changed the way he looks a little bit. He's like way buffer now. He's like way like.
Well, he's been through some shit.
Well, yeah, but they changed the way he looked like from when we see him in the at the end of Into the Spider-Verse to now, he's like buff. He's
again, it's been a year, and also they wanted him to look more menacing because he's kind of like sort of the antagonist of the story, but not really.
I like what they did with him. I like his webbing. I thought that was really cool. I did like what's the name? Spider-Woman. I like that shit.
Yeah.
I liked her. She's being pregnant and doing all that shit. I loved it. And Mayday. Mayday's
so cute.
Mayday.
That shit was funny. He was all like, at the end, he was like, don't tell your mom. And she just goes.
Yeah, that was so cute too. That was so cute.
I like how they're getting the band together at the very end, though, too.
From the first movie. It's kind of like his family, his spider family, right?
Family.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's talk about Spider-Punk. Jesus Christ, that dude's amazing.
Yeah. Hobie Jones.
Yeah.
Hobie Brown, sorry.
Yep.
He stole the movie.
He so did.
Yep. But that's into me.
Second Marvel property.
Oh wow, yeah.
That was old boy from Black Panther. Was Wakanda.
And the father.
Oh shit!
And the father is in Eternals.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, man. Everybody got a double.
Yeah. A lot of them.
You know who they got to thank for this shit? They got to thank our boy Josh Brolin for that shit because he made Josh Brolin. He was the nigga who made 2 checks. He made 2 checks. That nigga said, "I'm gonna be Thanos and I'm gonna be Cable. What's next? My check." Josh Brolin.
Right.
Yeah, to me it was good, but I'm done talking. I'm moving on. Let's go with Black Caesar.
Black Caesar, go for it.
All right. So yeah, man. I gotta say this one really man, they pulled out all the stops on this one. I thought in some ways it was superior to Into the Spider-Verse. I love the like you mentioned before, for Gwen's origin, like every scene just like initially like popped, a lot of like color vibrancy, and and I mean the best way I think to definitely kick off any Spider movie is of course with tragedy. I mean that's pretty much that's the formula, and it really more or less Gwen was she was a good majority of the heart of the movie because you delve into why she keeps to herself and she doesn't want to get like too close, of course, losing a friend, and last thing she wants is history to repeat itself. But yeah, man, it was really stellar, and Miguel was definitely a big heartthrob that I was into because I was actually reading like Spider-Man 2099 to like research a bit because I mean I remember it back in the day. I just never really like got into it until now, and then I had like a whole new respect for the cat, and of course obviously Oscar Isaac was perfect voice casting for it, and he was he was definitely the Spider-Man who did not laugh.
He definitely was.
No, he was. Yeah, I mean, I get it. The mission, keep everything canon, or try to be in a sense. And Hobie was just the damn truth, man. So you already know what's going to be like the top cosplay this fucking year. He was. I mean, and I love how they made him like Black British. In there, just basically going against like fascism in every way, shape, and form. Just. And he knew how cool he was, though. He was unapologetic about it. He was like, "Yeah, I was."
I almost want to say he was reminiscent of Jimi Hendrix a little bit.
Yeah. He had that kind of like, he had that kind of vibe.
Yeah. He gave me very Jimi Hendrix vibe.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, but the thing I felt that made it like so like dark was the revelation, like at the end, because when he realized he wasn't in the right universe.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And just in that disparaging shit that Miguel told him, and the fact that like Gwen and Peter knew and they didn't tell him, that was really hurtful.
Yeah.
Like I
was
was
betrayed
like,
by literally everybody he trusted.
Right.
And
right.
literally
And
loved. Yeah.
for sure. I mean, that's brutal as hell to like, reconcile that. But for that though, it adds more like depth and tension into it, which, I personally can't wait to see. Naturally, if COVID didn't fuck things up, we'd be having Beyond the Spider-Verse right now, and then we'd have Across Spider-Verse last year. But fate has to come in and fuck things up. COVID,
terrible.
Yes, fuck you. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, if I had to give it a score, it would totally be a 10 out of 10, man. I'm psyched, and this is really Sony's ace in the hole, because everything else after the fact sucks so much ass, and Craven will be next to be destroyed. I'm so hurtful. I'm just looking forward to Beyond the Spider-Verse. That is it.
I mean, if you want to touch on the Craven trailer, like I'll tell you,
we'll touch on it later. We'll touch on
it. But I'll say right now, I'm not looking forward to it or
I'm not
watching
sold. After Morbius, bro, I'm kind of done.
You mean more BS?
Yeah. Not even after. I shouldn't. No. Because I actually enjoyed the second Venom movie a little bit more. A little bit more than no. I enjoyed it more than Morbius.
Oh,
that's what I mean.
You gotta lead with that.
That's what I was trying to say.
I understand what you're saying, because the Venom movies are a little bit more entertainable than the other ones. Because Morbius felt very rushed, even though it took a while just to even come out. Yeah. And then Craven, I'm like,
Craven took its time too, and I bet you it's gonna feel like it's rushed.
Well, I don't like the fact that I don't know. It's not Craven. How is it? I love how the person with the voice is not even Craven.
Yeah, Russell Crowe is the only real Russian in there.
Like,
everybody else is like Americanized.
Yeah, I'm like, so
Russian is what they also did with that movie.
I mean, because in the Ultimate Universe, Craven was Americanized.
Yeah, but you gotta realize what Marvel's been doing. Marvel's been taking things from the Ultimate Universe and putting them in the MCU.
But that's not Marvel, that's Sony.
Yeah, but Sony's still taking the same idea.
Yeah.
Because why? The Ultimate Universe is the closest.
Stone Cold said
that too. But the Ultimate Universe is the quote unquote closest to the to being like our universe. Which, did you hear that in the comics? Well, Black Season might know this, or maybe Sir Wednesday too. But that in the comics that they're rebooting the Ultimate Universe.
Yes, I know that.
I actually did hear that.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, they already did one thing by getting rid of stopping one superhero from becoming a superhero. That motherfucker stopped the spider from biting Peter Parker. I was like, what?
Because people have been saying that for years. The only main motherfucker they got is Spider-Man, and because anything they need something to happen to.
That was the first comic too. So that was the first Ultimate comic was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
he was
the starter. So it was Spider-Man, and then I believe it was X-Men, because Wolverine was the next cover. It was by himself. He had the mask off. He kind of definitely reminisced Hugh Jackman at that time, and or vice versa. Sorry, was it before? Yeah, Black Season.
I forgot when the Ultimate
Black Season. When the Ultimate series started?
Early 2000s, I think. No.
Was it after 2000?
Was it 2007?
Well, we can consult the Googles for that one. Boom.
Yeah.
I believe
I can fly.
Yes, indeed. Somebody can. God damn it.
Ultimate X-Men started from 2001 to 2009.
And the X-Men movies came out in
2000.
So they
about the same, yeah.
But okay.
high school. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm. And then the Ultimates and all that.
Exactly.
But the first
yeah.
Ultimate comic book was the Ultimate Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
And then after
Yep.
X-Men, I think it was the Avengers.
possibly.
No, I'm sorry. They went. I think they did Iron Man, and then they went Avengers.
Yeah. Spider-Man, X-Men, Ultimates, Fantastic Four.
There you go, Fantastic Four. I missed them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you. But yeah, Spider-Verse. Fucking loved everything about it. Intro was great. They upgraded the artwork for many different places, and I liked it.
Yes.
It wasn't just a rehash of what we got originally. It was basically what we got and then some, which was great. I think as much as we referenced it, the whole Spider-Gwen was great because I think one of the producers likened it to like her world was like a mood ring because everybody's emotions brought out a specific color, which was dope. And and I like that. The whole with her father, and it's like she thought, oh yeah, they'll understand, and then not realizing it, but probably doing it, but like what you got messing with Miles' decision to tell his parents because of the situation she came into with her dad gave him like some hesitation on his part, which I believe if he said it, it probably would have been better then. But yeah, the Miguel O'Hara and the whole talking about how he's the anomaly, but it's like my nigga, you the anomaly in all honesty.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's not, and you're going and everything based on Peter Parker, with the exception of like a few people having a Uncle Ben moment, but it's like my nigga, you just said it. He wasn't supposed to. So what makes you think that he's part of this whole canon situation? And being that you're who you are, you're an anomaly as well. So how the fuck are you going to throw him in the same box when you are not even that supposed to be that nigga? Period.
Yeah, he doesn't even have powers, right?
He does. He has like a thing he takes. It's like a drug to fucking fix his body because the same because the same company, Alchemax, were the ones that fucked him over, and he has to take a drug in order to keep his body from going crazy.
Well, he turned into a actual spider.
Correct, his body from going crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that and yeah, and having everything, you're an anomaly. Exactly. Well done, sir. Thank you, man. Has no nickname. But yeah, it's so true. Like it was great. The whole chase him up the train scenario was absolutely amazing. And he schooled all them buns. He was like, "Come get me, sucker! I'm dancing. I'm dancing." He had them all on the ropes, and these were all season Spider-Man. He's been Spider-Man for what, 2 years?
Yeah,
that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Ultimate. It's
actually
ultimate,
it'd be 3 years actually.
Sensational.
Oh no, 2 years. 2 years.
2 years. 2 years.
He's a sophomore now. He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
I think motherfucker's 15.
He was 15. I think now, isn't he 17 or no? No. Okay. So it was like a year, maybe like a year and some shit.
Yeah, because he's a sophomore in that tech school.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about going to college.
Yeah. Because it's almost that time. Yeah. And shout out to the Spot. I keep it with that because even though the Spot was like a villain that was basically not taken seriously, depending on what you watch. I remember him from the original
Spider-Man 94.
It's Spider-Man 94. He was great.
Yeah, man.
He was serious.
And I feel like he kept doing this and making, and it's like we probably looked at him and was like, this nigga. And just like Miles, we dismissed him like, not this nigga. Like, he got some power, but that nigga ain't going to do nothing with it. And he proved that, just like Miles, we had to take him seriously. He's like, y'all niggas don't know who the fuck I is. I got you. And then after, everything was so great. And the thing that I liked, but I peeped it already, was when they said, you weren't even supposed to get this shit. This was supposed to be from another world. This is for 42. And then when he said that, and then when he got into the machine and he was going, I'm like, uh-oh. I already knew what it was before they even did the reveal. And niggas be like, oh, for real? I knew what it was because once they said the spider was not from there, your blood is from that spider. So they already told you. All we needed was Bill Duke to come out the side like, you done fucked up, right?
Pretty much.
So, I have a theory.
Okay.
What's your theory?
What's the black girl Spider-Man that was there that let him have that she's like 3D model.
Yeah, she's like a virtual. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
So I got a feeling.
What you got a feeling?
Oh
I
yeah,
got a feeling that that's Miles Morales' daughter.
You said that before.
I said it to you. I didn't say it on here.
That's what I mean. You said that before.
But I got a feeling that's Miles Morales' daughter, and that's why she did it.
Interesting theory.
It could be that, or I felt that she just did it because he was black. She's like game recognized game, boom.
Yeah, but she had all the time to stop it, and there was, and I think I was like, why didn't she stop it? And I think it's because she knows that she's in a 3D world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's to say when she takes those glasses off, is an older Miles there, her father, or you know what I mean?
Another reason why I thought the reason why I said black, because the only reason why I said that is because they were all dead set on telling him who the fuck he was or who he wasn't supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was probably like, you know what? How they gonna be like that when basically they were all in the same boat? Y'all a bunch of nobodies before the spider bit you, before you got into the situation. How are you gonna tell this man who he's supposed to be just because the same shit happened to you? He's an anomaly. So
right.
he, like I said, he may not have to follow the same rules. And why should he?
But here's the thing that kind of is that kind of almost counteracts my not argument, but my thought on the daughter thing. If she is supposedly Miles Morales' daughter from another
World.
from another world or whatnot, they wouldn't jeopardize having her there if that's the case, or even meeting him.
Right.
It to me, it makes sense that way.
Yeah.
Blue Moon cracking, we're doing the best thing we can. Took a little breakity break. But we back. We back.
Yep. We be back. We here. But thank you for joining.
What were you saying, Caesar? Uh-oh. We lost your audio, Caesar.
Uh-oh. You see, uh-oh, and then he froze.
Dang.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, excuse me. But but yeah, like, I don't think they would have jeopardized the fact of having her there if that was if Miles is like her father in her universe. Because of he's muted too. Damn.
He froze away.
No, like Al's muted too.
Oh, I thought he was like walk Waller.
Oh, now you go. There you go.
I'm letting you finish what you were saying.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I saw your mouth moving. I thought you were talking. I'm sorry, but I see you're eating.
I'm chewing.
All right, cool. Put it back on mute.
Before you go, that shit.
Dog, no, I don't know why your kung fu movie too, Echo Ninja. You probably noticed that too.
I did, but I can't do anything about it. It was I noticed it in the beginning, but you guys are all like, that's fine. I'm like, no.
Who the fuck said that? I ain't said none of that shit.
You actually did. Al did too.
Mm-hmm.
But
run it back.
I don't know how I can fix it, but whatever. Anyway, I feel the coolest thing about that is I want to know more about this Earth 42.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so since the spider didn't bite, now was the spider? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was the spider supposed to bite that Miles?
Yes.
Okay. So and it's funny because they got like Oscorp like taking over and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Roundhouse was saying something about did Oscorp did Norman Osborn take over and kill the Kingpin, possibly.
Who knows?
I know, it's like you never know. I'm very interested in that. Yeah, in that Earth, just to find out more about. I hope they do some type of like, even if it's a comic spinoff of that Earth, that'll kind of be kind of cool, so I can know more about it. But
I'm pretty sure they're gonna definitely tell us what it is
Oh
in
yeah.
the story, so that
Oh
way
yeah,
it's, it's not left to anything, because they're not gonna pull a fast X and try to spread it out in like 3 parts.
I like how they had the Donald Glover Prowler.
Yes, they did.
That shit was dope.
and, and they mentioned what's the name, No Way
Tom
Home as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And Doctor Strange, which I appreciated that.
Yeah, apparently that's Earth 99, but apparently it's not.
Earth 1999999.
Yeah, apparently it's not though. That's a different Earth. They just named it wrong.
No, according to
No, they just named it because of the Sony joint. They can't name it slightly specifically because of the Sony and the Marvel thing.
Even though I still argue that shit, Kevin Feige's all like, nope, this is Earth 1610, bro. No.
Yeah.
Because even on Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, they said what his universe was.
Right.
So it's very confusing naming of the Earths, like
number wise.
Yeah. So it's supposed to keep you running around and not having a full-fledged answer about what universe is the movie universe.
Right.
It's just to keep you running around. But here's the thing. I heard what you said, but the reason why I said that's her daughter, right? Because if that spider was supposed to bite Miles anyway on Earth 42, Miles is not an anomaly. There's a Miles Spider-Man. That being said, right? That spider didn't bite Miles.
But he didn't bite Miles in 42, but he bought.
But he still bit a Miles. Yeah,
bit of Miles. So that means there's multiple Miles.
Of course. Right? Yeah, I agree.
So she wouldn't be an anomaly. The spider wouldn't be different. It's just different, right? Because even when you look at the comic books, right, the spider that bit Miles and gave him his powers was from his
ultimate universe.
Well, it was from his ultimate universe, right? Because they try to replicate Spider-Man's powers.
Yeah,
so it's not far fetched. She could possibly be Miles' daughter, and that's why she felt sad for him.
I didn't say that. It's the thing is, I'm just saying, in my opinion, when you think of an operation that's sensitive, why would you put someone who can literally jeopardize the whole thing over an emotional attachment?
But that same thing could be said about everybody.
Yeah.
Because think about it, Spider-Woman, they knew that she shouldn't have messed with Gwen because of, that motherly instinct, but at the same time she took the chance.
Yep.
Which they all did the chance. Which is like a plot hole in their actual like motivation. Like
true, because all the
Spider-Man
basically they always do the right thing even though it jeopardizes everything. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. We haven't seen what Miguel did for doing the right thing yet, but
he said in the beginning he fucking took over his Miguel.
Oh yeah, because his
So he just took. He's like, oh shit, let me take this right here. Like, hi, I am the real Miguel.
I have another theory about the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
I got a feeling that we're gonna get the Marauders. The ones that are going around killing the spider people. I got a feeling we're going to get them.
In the next one?
Not necessarily. I would say after that one. Because we're into the Spider-Verse, introducing the Spider-Verse, right? Showing how big it is. Now, there's something going around killing them.
They could do that story, but since they're focusing on specifically Miles, I don't know if they'll actually even try to do that. What? At least not now. Maybe something later down the line, but right now the main focus is Miles improving his worth, and because what you got, even people have said it, like these niggas talking about how Miles wasn't supposed to be Spider-Man, not my
Yeah.
Spider-Man, is kind of like talking about the fandom. Because a lot of motherfuckers is like, Miles ain't my Spider-Man, he's just Miles Morales. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, fuck what you heard. He's gonna do what he can, he's gonna do what he does, and he's gonna make do because, because he can. He was chosen.
I'm not saying they'll do it like in the third movie. I got a feeling that the
I
third
know.
movie at the end they'll throw a hint to it, maybe, hopefully.
Maybe.
And that's just not to say like, okay, we done Miles, his story's end, and now we're on something else. Just to continue, because you can't do the Marauders in live action. They're just too much.
I mean, you could if you really tried. If you really just,
Bro,
if you really focused, if
yeah.
they really wanted to do it right, and somebody actually was serious about it, you can do it.
Yeah, I just think it would be too soon, even for like Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Oh, I didn't say do it like now, but if they like, if Sony wanted to do it and bring in like like Andrew Garfield and what's his face again, and then like introduce a live action Miles Morales, whatever.
Which there is.
Well, there isn't one officially that is Spider-Man yet.
Yeah.
But I get your point.
I should bring that little motherfucker from Cobra Kai. He'd be perfect.
Yo.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
My thing is, you can never say never, because when we first got into the Spider-Verse, we were like, yo, different Spider-Man, that'd be so cool. They should do it in live action. And if it wasn't because of the success of that, we never would have got a No Way Home.
True.
And No Way Home was the closest thing we'll have to a live action Into the Spider-Verse that we'll ever have. And it was amazing. And it was amazing.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just like, I'm okay if they do it animation wise, right? Because
get more freedom.
Yeah, you can hit it on every. You can hit the seriousness. You can hit, did they show? You can see, you can see how dangerous these guys are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and you can go into multiple. They go into multiple universes, killing spider people, right? So it's something that I would say, like, yes, the next movie that ends Miles' story, and then I'm hoping that the last thing we see is just like, one of the spider people, like one of somebody that's close to Miles, right, gets killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they kill one of the Spider-Men, right? That was supposedly the most powerful one, Lego Spider-Man. I'm just throwing it out there, just thinking, because he's supposedly the most powerful fucking Spider-Man. That was a shock. I was like, how is he the most powerful one? But okay, I'll accept it. Whatever. But these guys killed the most powerful Spider-Man. They killed Lego Spider-Man. And now, right, they're on a path going killing all the Spider-Men. And it just ends like that, and just like Miles will return in whatever title they're gonna come up with,
You know, a little kid created that fucking Lego Spider-Man thing, right? He recreated it. He did it, and they thought he was so good. He was like, "Would you like to work for us and do this?" And he literally did that intro with the Lego Spider-Man. He's a teenage little kid. I don't even think he's teenage. I think he's younger than that.
He's teenage now.
Possibly. But yeah, that's dope.
I mean, listen, there's a lot of things that I love about the Spider-Verse. I love seeing all the Spider-Man, and I love how some of the Spider-Man all have different ways of doing the webs. Like, was it Mumbai Spider-Man? Oh my god, bro, he was amazing.
Good old Indian Spider-Man. You know who he's voiced by, right?
No.
He's Bhupender from Deadpool. The guy,
Marvel.
Well,
another one.
Two checks.
So so I love how he used his spider, like the way he used the I don't know what not a dreidel. It
looked like a yo-yo, but I forgot what the hell
it's not a yo-yo.
It's I said it looked like a yo-yo, but I forgot what it's called.
Is it a bracelet? Is it an Indian bracelet?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay. How he used it, right? and how he wrap people, like use it as with the web and wrap people up in a way. I was like, I love that. Like how he was more unique. I think his web swinging and how he did things was way more unique to me than a lot of them. Besides Spider-Woman, Spider-Woman used her fingers.
Well, his web fun fact, his web swinging was actually a an Indian martial arts style that they borrowed for his movements.
Yeah.
So his movements are actual katas of that Indian martial art.
I think that's awesome. I love that shit.
That was really impressive.
Because the way he was swinging, I was like, yo, this dude is like.
He doesn't even really have actual webbing though, right?
No, it's webbing.
Yeah. No. It's not webbing, right?
I
figured it's not because he has it. He uses the bracelet, I believe, to actually latch on to things and swing with it.
Right.
Because if you notice, I watched that movie at least like 2-3 times already, and he had it. He like every time he would like detach it from like something and like swing it on another thing, and it would attach to like a line in the middle of the bracelet, so he can like start like sliding down on it. It's really interesting. It was really cool. I liked it.
Be right back.
Okay.
Good shit.
What happened?
He said he'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing.
Hey.
Oh, look, one lead.
Hey.
All right, so you hear.
I fucking hate this motherfucker.
Your thoughts on Spider-Verse?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
It's vibing.
Your thoughts on Spider-Verse, homie?
My thoughts on Spider-Verse, I'll let you know after I see it tomorrow.
Oh.
He did say that on the the little chat thing.
Yep.
But let's kind of move on from Spider-Verse because we already like spent like 40 minutes on this one movie.
Facts.
All right.
Let's move on to Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
Yeah.
You want to know my thoughts on
You
it?
need to see that.
You haven't seen it yet either.
I'll let you know tomorrow. After
I saw it.
Obviously.
So this is coming off the backs of Bumblebee.
Yes.
Which was actually really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't seen that either. I'll let you know tomorrow after I see it.
Nigga, I hate you.
It was really good. It was a really good movie. They did. It's not Beast Wars how we remember it, right?
It's not gonna be.
It's very different in a way because, you remember because I was schooling Nelson on this shit too, because he was like, so what's the deal? I was like, I was schooling Nelson. I was like, so
Nelson, if you listening, pay attention.
I was schooling him on there. I was like, bro, so the I was like, Optimus Prime. He's like, yeah, Optimus Prime was in stasis since I'm just explaining the whole Beast Wars to him. I was like,
for 4 million years.
Yeah, he was in stasis for basically his ship crashed on Earth, prehistoric Earth, and they were there since the dinosaurs. Yep. They didn't awaken until the 1980s.
Yep.
1980s.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was just like, it's like the reason why the Beast War characters were there, the Primals were there because they went back in time to they went back in time to chase Megatron because he had the disc from his future self or his ancestor that told him the reason why we lost because of the humans. So you got to go to Earth prehistorically, kill the monkeys, and get rid. And that's how we can win.
Monkey.
And that's how we can win the actual war, right? Yeah. So that's why it happened in the Beast Wars cartoon, and I was just like, because he was kind of like, how are they there? They kind of did the same thing, right? But differently. Like there's no arc, right, on Earth.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they're not in stasis. So, but here's the thing, though.
They did come back in time.
They did, they did go back in time. They did go back in time, and they've been on Earth since the prehistoric days.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Good time.
So
there was no Predacons, though.
It is a shout back out to Beast Wars, right? Because in the Bumblebee, we don't see an arc. We don't see.
They all came individually, like in yeah,
the live
kind of like escape pods. It wasn't like. Yeah, it wasn't like how it should. I feel it would have been cooler if they were all in one ship, but I do understand it. It's in the. Why would a ship? How can a ship escape when you got all those Decepticons fucking trying to kill your ass?
Right.
Without destroying that shit. And I get that. So that's why I was like, you know what? I can let that slide. That's fine.
Yeah. So that's how they would go back to Earth. Here's the thing, though. When the movie started out, right? It started out in the future.
Yeah.
Right. Because they're smaller than the primals, the maximals. Sorry, the maximals are smaller than the actual Autobots.
Actually, they look fucking big. Cheetor was bigger than fucking Wheeljack.
Man. Yeah,
and Wheeljack was a fucking van, bro. He was twice the size as Wheeljack.
Yeah. I mean, but the one thing about the Rise of the Beast that I wanted to hear, I didn't get to hear it.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's just pride.
We didn't get to hear it. But the one thing I did want to hear, because I was hoping they had him there, pop out just once. They didn't have Megatron there, right?
Yes.
And they say yes. I just wanted to hear him say it.
But they didn't even have the Predacons there.
No, they did. Oh, here's the key fact: the main villain, Scourge, he had Predacon fucking.
He killed them.
He killed them.
Yep, that means he killed Megatron.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Scourge didn't just kill Maximals; he was killing anything that Unicron told him to kill.
Yep, because it's Unicron. Unicron kills everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't care. He had a Predacon. He had Autobots. He had Primals, Maximals. He had another one too. That was like, oh shit, he got them too.
He had Insecticons on there.
Yeah, he had a lot of them on his arm. I was like, damn, bro. Like he
had connections.
Clearly. Yeah. So if Megatron is because they're Predacons there, because he had the insignia. Maybe he killed Megatron.
Well, he killed that Megatron.
Yeah, that Megatron, because that means.
Remember, the Megatron Decepticon hasn't showed up yet.
No, he hasn't. That's another thing.
I'm waiting. I'm all like, wait a minute, you introduced Unicron before Megatron? I was like, then you got something big for Megatron if that's the case.
Right, and that's the thing I'm curious about too. Right, because the Maximals are still on Earth.
Yeah,
they're in Peru because that's where they're hiding.
Yep.
Right, that's where they've been.
Gary Oldman as Megatron.
I'll support it. I'll support that.
So it's got to
be
Star
for $1.
Bring me everyone. I
just kind of just want, like, I was hoping to see at least one Megatron, or at least end credit Megatron or something like that. But no, the end credit fucked me up. So the next movie
that fucked up everybody. I think
they're doing G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Yeah, just straighten out G.I. Joe first.
No, they're doing it like a
crossover. Like a crossover, yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
I mean, they got to reboot that shit.
Well, this is going to be rebooting it.
Oh, I hope so.
Hopefully, it's not a G.I. No instead of G.I. Joe.
Pretty sure that's what it's going to be, though. Definitely a reboot.
Yeah. I mean, if it's got Marlon Wayans in it again, yeah, we definitely don't have a problem.
Marlon Wayans wasn't that bad, but anyway.
He wasn't. But he wasn't good enough for a sequel, unfortunately.
Obviously, yeah. Well, they gave it to the fucking block.
Well, they killed his ass off screen.
Huh?
They killed his ass off screen.
Yeah. Which is dumb.
And they killed Channing Tatum's character, or the Duke, off screen.
No, they killed him on screen.
Oh yeah, they did. They bombed his ass.
He was there for 5 minutes and died.
Right. Too bad Mike
It
didn't
is
have any
exploded.
magic, and too bad this they killed this motherfucker on senseless.
You know the
Shit, I
reason
did
why
that.
you know the reason why he didn't do. You know the reason why they killed his character off because he was doing Gambit, right? He was supposed to be doing Gambit.
And guess what happened? He lost fucking money because he not doing that shit. That's why
right.
he doing Magic Mike.
Well, Magic Mike made him money.
I know because you know
made
why.
him the most. Two made him the most money because two blew everything out the water.
But I feel he wasn't really probably going to do Magic Mike if Gambit was good or if he was even going to do it.
But the thing is, it's not his fault. You know why? You know whose fault it was? Whoever thought that fucking X-Men Origins Wolverine was going to be a good idea, and then that just shit the bed, and they said, "Nah, nigga, no Gambit movie. Fuck out of here."
Yep.
Not to mention,
Yeah, forget it. No way.
his divorce from his wife. He in a divorce.
I mean, same we can say for the next movie, but we're not done with Transformers yet, so I won't even segue to that yet.
I like the movie. It's entertaining. It's really good. Optimus Prime is the man.
Is he not getting mollywopped in this one like he's been in
Nope,
the last several fucking movies?
Oh, nah, he rocking.
Good.
He rocking.
Finally.
Good to know.
Bumblebee's the man too.
He
Bumblebee's
mollywopped the shit out of everybody.
yo, and Mirage, Mirage is the fucking man, bro. Mirage is a G, bro. You'll love Mirage more than anything in the whole movie.
Still mad that my boy Jazz wasn't in that shit.
You mean two pieces?
Haters.
Yeah, 2 pieces. Yeah,
2 pieces.
That was some. I hate to say that. That was one of the most gruesome deaths I've seen in the
you want a piece of me? No, I want 2
pieces. I was like, God damn! Like he was shooting with a blast and wasn't even do nothing.
That was a sad day.
I mean, shit. He realized that as your days go by.
Wow.
There was Eddie Winslow that was in the place.
Oh shit!
But yeah, I'm
they
done.
had RC.
RC was cool.
Yeah, RC was cool. But I didn't have any problems with this movie, to be honest. It was very entertaining. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed all the, I even enjoyed the humans in that movie, which is something to say because
they weren't insufferable.
They weren't annoying and weren't screaming, Optimus! Shut up. Nobody gives a shit about you, you bastard.
But you know what's funny? They did in the Transformers movie, they did mention the Wikis.
They did.
They did mention them.
But I think the Wikis are actually more important than they were in that fucking movie.
You're right, because they were in the original cartoon.
Yes, the Wikis were actually like technicians or something like that.
Yeah, the father was an engineer.
So they're not supposed to be entirely canon, but they are most definitely partially canon.
Yeah,
the original movies.
Yeah, because the cartoon. Right. In the cartoon,
you talking about the Bay movies?
Yeah.
Nah,
we're talking about with this.
It's not. It's partially canon. They're not supposed to basically shit on the other ones, but they can actually take story and put it together, so that way they kind of mesh with each other.
Okay. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it was weird when I heard about it, but I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess, but apparently they said that they didn't want to take nothing away from the original set of the movies, but wanted to kind of like add on to it.
I'll be okay if they did, because they had racist robots, yo.
Yes, they did.
Not racist. Culturally insensitive robots. There's a difference.
Culturally what?
Insensitive robots.
They mentioned it in this movie too, and Transform. They were like, he was like, because what was it, the human? He was like, yo, why you talk like that? He's like, what do you mean why I talk like that? He was like, and then they was like, yo, that's racist. Because
he was like, I figured you would like speak Spanish or something like that. I guess not. And Wheeljack, he was like, well, man, that's racist.
Or like, because the one of the bots, he was a van, right? He was like a 60s van, 70s van, but he spoke with a Latin accent. He's like, he started speaking Spanish to him. He was like, huh? I don't know what you're saying. He's like, why you talk like that? He was like, what? He was like, man, that's racist. He's like, I just think because you in Peru, you just you're in Peru, you speak Spanish, you're a robot. He was like, Nah, man, that's racist, man.
All right, so let's get to the controversial movie that recently has come out,
Controversy.
which is The Flash.
Well, technically, is it The Flash or was it a poof?
Interesting.
No, it was the trash. That's what it was.
God damn. Okay, Black Caesar, you started off then.
I mean, Black Caesar gave it a 6 out of 10, even though he calls it trash.
Go, Black Caesar.
Go ahead.
I mean, shit. Probably the only reason I gave it any saving grace at all was due to Michael Keaton and Sasha Calle. That's about it. Otherwise, it was just a glorified CGI, bitchy, bittery fucking mess.
Otherwise,
I couldn't take it, man.
God.
I mean, it's just the dude was obviously the wrong fit. He's been the wrong fit since Justice League.
Thank you.
It's like he was, you know what I mean? He's the weakest link in that goddamn chain.
I don't know why you mad, son.
Right?
That's how you really feel.
Stay with your chest.
What? The old dirty bastard don't lie. But for real. Now, Ezra got on my last motherfucking nerves. I don't know which one was worse, younger or older. It didn't make no difference. Either way, it just complicated and just botched up everything. I mean, maybe some would say he was the wrong Flash. Yeah, maybe you should have been Wally. I mean, because only he could be that immature and annoying. But you know what? I don't want to take Wally.
He should have been no Flash. That's what I
should have been no Flash at all. You're right. You're absolutely right. Barry, Wally, fucking Bart. None.
Maybe Bart.
No. Here's the thing. If I can piggyback off of you, Caesar.
Yeah, go for it.
Here's the one thing that I don't take that I won't take away from this. Andy Muschietti is an actually good director.
Right.
I feel, again, DC and its writers, bro.
Yeah. It hurts.
What the fuck? They had so much time with this movie.
Too much.
And it just shit the bed.
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Dude, that's what
we're here for.
Lie to me?
Tell me lies, Tom Cruise.
You're absolutely right. You're right. But here's the problem. When the first script was being developed, guess who didn't like it? Ezra Miller. Then the first director quit. Then the actual writer quit as well. So they had to get a new writer, new director.
Mm-hmm.
That dude quit. Why? Well, the new writer came in. Who didn't like him? Ezra Miller didn't like him. So Ezra Miller took it upon himself start to write the fucking shit himself.
Yeah, him and like 4 other people.
Right.
Yeah, I remember because he was talking about that during whatchamacallit, Fan Nation or
right.
Fandom.
Yep.
DC Fandom, yeah.
And so until he started choking bitches.
Then it was like, you got no more input, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. they kind of was just like, well,
let's not input our hands on people.
You know why? And also too, it was a whole bunch of rewrites, right? Because you just choked the bitch out. We're throwing your script out. Your credibility is fucking done.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, and you know how certain directors certain directors do help with the writing process of the movie? Right. So there's that, and also too, like Ezra Miller was in Fantastic Beasts. He's all in the Harry Potter, not Harry Potter, the Fantastic Beasts series.
No,
yeah, you had it right.
You had it right. It's Harry Potter. Yeah.
Okay,
WB had him in something else.
You're right. So he was getting money from either way, right? He was getting 2 checks, one for being the Flash, and 3 checks. One being the Flash and being the writer, and the other one for being in the Harry Potter movies. So, but he's fucked that up. And I think they killed his character in the last movie. So there's that.
He killed his character in this movie too.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that he fucked up his own shit. This movie could have been better when the first director had it like down pat, had it. He didn't like the way the writer was writing it, and I think the writer, because the writer originally was watching the actual Flash TV show.
Mm.
He was kind of just like taking bits and pieces,
taking
right?
small ideas from the show, taking small ideas from comics.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Taking bits and pieces and just kind of just like implementing that, right?
Mhm.
Hence, we get the scene with him and Barry.
Yeah.
So we get that scene, but the problem is that he started writing the script and all that stuff, and his credibility went out the window. So we got a new writer, rewrites, all that shit. So the movie was going to be what it's going to be. The also thing too is I think Ezra Miller left a really bad stain in a lot of people's mouths.
I don't know
especially one choking a bitch out.
I don't know how many times you gotta say that because that
but it goes even further.
Of course,
throwing a chair at somebody doing karaoke because he didn't like the song.
That shit ain't nothing compared to the last thing where he fucking
kidnapped somebody.
He fucking kidnapped and groomed some person,
right?
Some person's kid. Like seriously,
he was nasty. I believe. Well, not a kid. He wasn't a kid. He was. I want to say 16, 17.
A kid.
You ain't an adult.
Teenager. Yes.
It's a kid.
Teenager. Yes. But yeah. That was. Yeah. But he had 3 bar fights. Three bar fights in Hawaii.
But taking all of that out of the way,
the equation,
just focusing on the movie itself,
which is what I tried to do when I went to go watch it. People like, I still hate him. I'm like, why the fuck you watching this movie? Like, just either watch it or you don't. Period.
Now, just focusing on the movie itself, like you said, Black Caesar, Michael Keaton and Sasha Calle, they hit it out the park. Sasha Calle herself.
Is it Kaylee or Kaye?
Kaye, sorry. She hit it out the park herself too,
Agreed.
And I enjoyed her performance, and I really hope that Warner Brothers do give her the chance to be the new Supergirl.
James Gunn is considering it,
or at least another character.
James Gunn is considering it because he liked her performance in.
But
and she looked good. She looked good.
She really do.
She was fine.
She looked good. Not just like as a woman, but just as
she looked good as that character.
Yeah, she looked good. Like,
and I wish we had more time with her.
All right, Denzel.
Instead of like,
I agree.
And what you say?
I said, all right, Denzel. I wish we had more time.
I wish we had more time. Yes, I wish we had more time with her. Like, I cut some scenes of the Barry and Barry, put more of her. I wanted to see more of how she was different from how Clark was. I wanted to see more of the cynical Supergirl that they said that she was,
Oh, yeah. Because Supergirl's like, I don't even like these niggas.
Right.
She's like, she was a teenager when she got to Earth.
That's
so
right.
She's already had a Kryptonian
mindset.
Kryptonian lifestyle, right? Mm-hmm. Clark was a baby. Right. He don't know Krypton from a whole
No.
She's like, I grew up with people. I've had, she's like
I know what's up.
Niggas.
Like, this is the world. You're like, these are the niggas you want to hang out with? For real? Catch his bullets with his teeth?
His teeth?
Nigga, please.
but also the Cronenberg scene. That's the one thing I disagree that Andy Muschietti did. He tried to defend that scene so bad, and I'm like, why, bro? You cannot defend that scene. He says, the scene where the Cronenberg one, where what's the name is where he gets into the actual Speed Force, and he's going back in time, and he's in that Coliseum looking thing with all those bad CGI 3D thing. It looked so terrible.
It looks so CW.
And and this is me not knocking the artist for doing the job that they were asked to do. They were probably asked to do it this way because I mean these guys, they already do so much as it is. I mean, look at fucking Marvel. They do all this shit and they still get shitted on because they don't have the time to do it. They don't get paid enough to do it. So
their deadlines are like ridiculous.
Their deadlines are just shit, and they have to fucking scramble just to get it done. But but the director himself said that, oh, it was my idea because I felt that this was Barry's version, his way of looking into his perception of what this looks like. So this shit looks like PS1 graphics, like.
Nigga.
Yeah, come on now.
What?
This looks like Tobo number 1.
Oh,
this is looking like Tekken? Tekken 2?
Yeah, basically.
Not the first second.
Real.
Battle to Shinden Warriors.
Like, this is looking like samurai western. Like, what the fuck, bro?
I
like,
hate you for that. That was a good game. Fuck
I
you.
was
No,
about-
it
I
was a
about to
good
say
game.
That actually
It was
was
a good game. But you could have did it any other way. You could have did it in like 2D.
Right.
You could have used I don't know. You could have did the shit that fucking the Flash TV show did. Just show blurbs of things instead of I mean the Coliseum thing was cool, but I don't and
that done the wrong way.
And don't get me started with those fucking useless ass cameos throughout this entire fucking movie.
It was so overshadowed. I mean, with Batman and Superman footage, it was ridiculous. Like, we're losing like the point of the whole story here.
I was like, now okay, the Wonder Woman one. I'm gonna be honest. Who gave a shit that she showed up?
Right, for real.
Who?
Wonder Woman.
Who
gave a shit that she showed up?
In what movie?
This one.
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't see? Look, you didn't even give a shit. You didn't even know she was in it.
No. But like this, I didn't even give a shit that she was in fucking Shazam.
Dog,
Nobody
I didn't give a shit about Shazam, and I watched it, and I'm glad I didn't waste my money in the theater.
I didn't even watch that shit.
I waited until HBO Max.
That's why I waited too.
I haven't even watched it, and it's on HBO Max.
It's alright. I saw that. I mean, it wasn't all that great.
It was not. What a far departure from the fucking first one.
Here's what this company did for Gal Gadot. Since they got rid of what's her face, Patty Jenkins, and don't want to do a third one. They was like, you know what? Let's make sure.
Rid of herself. I'm sorry, she did that.
Yeah, but no. But like I said, there was like, you know what? She's still kind of under contract. We need to put her in shit so this money won't go to waste. Why? Just what you gonna dump her and all these like for no reason?
Because nobody wants to watch a movie for 2.5 hours of her raping an unsuspecting nigga, fucking her like she's Steve Trevor.
Oh, you mean Wonder Woman 1984?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was cringy as fuck. But anyway,
that's the problem. Like the problem with the Wonder Woman, right? That
wait. I'm not done yet.
Okay,
with my cameos. Hold on. Then you got the only cameo I thought was fucking actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, and you guys are probably gonna laugh at me. Was a Nicolas Cage Superman?
I knew it.
But I was pissed at the fact that they had the fucking
spider.
But also, I know it's what's brewing in your head, Al, with that. But the thing is, Andy Muschietti kind of did that as a joke, actually, because it was in the actual script of Nicolas Cage to do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know because of that producer. But
because of John Peters.
But other than that one, the CGI, the bad CGI of bringing to life Christopher Reeves
and Helen Slater,
and then Helen Slater. I looked at a photo of Helen Slater now. She still looks great. They could have used her, de-aged her, and just put her on there. Or a smart person would have just used footage from the fucking movies. I don't know.
You would think. You would think.
And then the most god awful thing, but I actually thought about it to myself and thought it was the most funniest shit of all. The one part that I didn't find as odd, because I was like, this movie's already fucked anyway, was the George Clooney thing.
Oh man.
And I saw, and I know what the original ending was supposed to be. As soon as I saw that black car, I was like, wait a minute. I saw behind the scenes footage of this like a year ago.
Right.
And I know who was supposed to be there. There was three people that were supposed to be there actually.
Yeah.
Sasha Calle's Supergirl, Keaton as the new Batman of that universe, and Henry Cavill was supposed to be there.
Right.
And they took his ass out because they just dicked him around.
Pretty much. It's a shame.
It's just, and
the way they mess around with his mind.
And just to be really quick too, fucking what's his name's entire performance was cringy as fuck.
Cool.
What's that person's stupid name? Ezra Miller.
Oh.
Everything about their whole thing was just cringy. I couldn't really look at it long enough to just. I was like, I can't wait until the scene is over.
Bro, again, like he was not a good Flash. I don't know why they chose him.
I told you, yo.
Barry Allen. First of all, when you had
we know Brad Pitt.
When you had a TV show,
I fucking hate you,
Barry Allen. You could have just used something off of that.
You said Brad Pitt. I just realized that.
Ooh, and you know what the sad part about this whole thing with this Flash movie? Mm-hmm. If this movie would have actually made the numbers that it was supposed to make, we were gonna get a Batman Beyond movie.
Right, that was a cheat.
I don't think they would have given it to us, bro. I don't think they would have.
You really don't think so?
Nope. No. Nope. When have they given us what we wanted?
I mean, you're right.
I'm sure now that James Gunn is at the helm, he's gonna end up coming up with something, because you got to understand also, they now need a Batman for this new universe.
Mm-hmm.
And Affleck is actually directing it. The
Gunverse,
yeah. Andy Muschietti is actually doing Batman, Robin, Brave and the Bold.
So we're getting that.
No, it's Affleck that's doing
it. No, he's not.
No.
He's not?
Affleck is confirmed that he's not directing any DC movies. People was like, they don't know what rumor that came from. He was like, I'm not doing any movies for DC. Nobody asked me to do anything.
Yep.
And even Gunn denied that. He was like, I never asked him to do anything.
Absolutely.
Now keep it real. I'm gonna throw you my couple of 2 cents on the Flash movie.
Go right ahead, sir.
I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Did I think it was going to be garbage? I had high hopes that it was going to be trash, but I was pleasantly surprised by certain things. I dropped that. That was me. Mm-hmm. Him acknowledging how annoying he was, I appreciate that, putting that into the writing, because he's like, oh, goddamn. He basically realized, like, now you're as annoying as everybody else sees you. He's like, oh, my God.
I did like the explanation of the multiverse, by the way.
Yes, that was good.
Yeah,
I liked Ron Livingston as his dad rather than Billy Crudup, because Billy Crudup just sometimes is mad weird with his acting. I said something to somebody else. I said, I just wish we had more time with his mom, and then I was like, you know what? So did Barry Allen. But but the moments they had were beautiful.
They were.
Even him just putting back the tomatoes, that was it. And what made it all worse, because we all had to go through that painstaking story of doing something they tell you not to do as a child, and you doing it and it failing, and then you understanding why it has to take place. I appreciated that. That was good.
Yeah.
Even when he told himself to stop, it's like, my nigga, you're doing it all wrong. You need to stop. Cause then he saw his mistake amplified over and over and over, and he realized, damn, I done fucked up real bad.
Mhm.
Not only do we not have any metahumans, not only do we have any Superman, I had to watch this girl, and I'm pretty sure if she had more time, she would have given the work. But what was it, like 2 days, maybe 3 days
Yeah.
of fucking sunlight? If anything, they should have told that bitch to go fly up to the sun and get some more power, and then maybe do something. But at the same time,
Flash didn't know that.
he didn't know that. Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know that they.
But also
this.
too, I don't think she would have been able to get up to the sun, right?
Mhm.
From Earth, because I don't think her body's used to space yet.
Not used to space, but guess what? Absorbing that power, she probably would have been all right.
Maybe as she got closer, yeah, but
Yeah,
it's still a long trip.
Yeah,
from
but
Earth to
not.
the
She's
sun.
really fast though.
yeah, she
Yeah,
is
no.
really fast. But the thing is that
Faster than Barry.
yeah, definitely. In mental capacity too. Fucking Zod being
Ooh-ha.
Zod being Zod was great. I felt Michael Shannon did an even better job than he did playing it the first time in Man of Steel, and them taking the L, them doing all their powers and everything. That was smart. Like, yo, your suit doesn't absorb as much. All those technical things were amazing. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even I knew what was going to go down as soon as he was telling him, "Oh, we came back to save mom because mom died," and this motherfucker was like sitting down there like, "Motherfucker." Now he wanted to be serious because he realized he was being a little turd the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah, and then when they finally went down and he said, "I can fix it. I can fix it. Let's do it." I said, "All right, cool." My thing is, these niggas didn't go back far enough.
They didn't.
That was one, and at the same time, they got Michael Keaton killed not once but twice. That was a big folly, but it hurt, but it felt like you felt the gravity.
Yep.
But all the scenes with like in the stadium where you saw all the people, like I felt that was a pretty decent upfront idea to showcase their folly. Did it look 100% good? No. And considering that they've done good, or I would say good but decent CG, this was like, yeah, this wasn't like the best. This was like original Steppenwolf versus the fucking Snyderverse Steppenwolf type CG.
You remember now? You
Now.
now you know movies are a lot of movies that do the double person thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone pretty much these days know how the trick is done. They went so lazy to the point where they CGI'd Miller's face, grafted it on the other double.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do that.
Actually, it's at least better because think about it. They did it.
Yeah. But it looked
if it's done well.
It was done badly, and I can tell.
Correct. Because the Social Network, those niggas weren't twins.
No, they weren't.
But they did a scene on top of the guy. They did it in freaking Logan, where towards the end fight, where he gets pumped up for that Logan juice before he goes out and kills the nigga. Not all of that was Hugh Jackman.
Nope.
And they just face replaced him. If you do it well, it's well.
What's that movie that Ryan Reynolds? It was a muscle Ryan Reynolds. It was
Free Guy.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
Multiplicity, bro. Going back to Multiplicity.
But they did regular camera shots with Multiplicity.
Yeah, they did, but they made it work though.
But there was no action really in Multiplicity.
True.
That's the difference. But as janky, it's not like we saw Emil Blonsky in the original Hulk type shit, and then we did the Steve Rogers like a couple of years later, where they actually perfected it and it didn't look too hokey. It was it the best? No. Was it effective? Yes. But yeah, I like after all that and seeing him be like, yo, I was a big dummy this whole time, and to see the actual resolution for them, he having that moment with his mom, to basically doing whatever he did to make his dad look up. That was the main thing that made it all worth it.
Yeah.
He was like, if only he looked up, if all he needed was to show his face, to show him that he didn't do a goddamn thing. And he even though he fumbled the mission, he was still able to come back and make it count for something, and that I appreciated about the movie. Yeah. He had a Marty McFly moment, and instead of being a dummy, he did what he needed to do in order to make it count somehow.
So the question is, who actually did kill the Flash's mom? Just so
That was my question too.
Mhm.
like
Who killed the Flash's mom?
because in the Flash show, it's Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash, yeah.
Well, in every rendition of the Flash,
It's
comics, whatever, it's always Eobard Thawne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Guess we ain't never gonna see it now.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Mhm.
Yeah, because now this universe is gone.
Thank
Flash. See, I
Nice.
couldn't resist. I couldn't resist.
That's-
But I would give that movie a high 8.
Really?
Yeah, I'd give it a high 8 because of storytelling. Did they drop the ball in certain parts? Yeah, I felt the movie literally could have lost 20 minutes and it would have been a better movie.
To be honest, I feel it could have lost
20
probably a half hour.
20 minutes.
I'm with Echo on that one.
But I can't say I hated the movie. No,
It wasn't
didn't
fucking
hate it.
Shazam, Storm, Fury of the Gods. Good God.
Oh wow!
Jesus Christ!
I think I now have to see this.
Why didn't they? Why didn't they just call it Fury of the Audience?
Wow.
I mean, all things considered, we have seen worse. I ain't gonna front.
We have.
There's been worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
You say Man of Steel, I swear to God.
Oh,
I wonder,
Batman
but now that
v
you
Superman.
fucking mention it, I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I know that's part of the storyline.
Mhm.
Fuck out of
it's a
here.
rehashing.
You added trash to trash.
Yeah.
It just makes more trash.
Apparently, Black Adam was bad too. People like Black Adam.
I'd rather see Black Adam again.
Oh yeah, me too.
I haven't even seen the
versus the Shazam
movie.
Bruh, when you watch it, just send me a voice note of how mad it made you.
Okay.
Because I watched it and I looked at it, and my girl came home and she's like, "What's wrong?" So I just watched this fucking movie. I'm glad you didn't go to see it with me in the theater. She's like, "I told you I didn't get hit by that shit."
I feel like it felt like they just took an animated movie that was trash and just said, "Here, use this as the storyline." Because it's like, even though it was live action, it seemed super cartoonish for no reason.
It was very, and it's like they changed my man's personality from the first one to this one,
Yeah,
and made him so fucking more incompetent. And it's like, that wasn't who this nigga was. Why the fuck are they going backwards?
Yeah, they went backwards
characters.
completely.
Literally.
They're just stupid.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. Fury of the audience.
But
either way, trash.
He said either way, trash. It's trash.
yeah, they kind of yeah.
But
moving on.
Yes, moving on to the breaking news that happened yesterday. James Gunn announced that he has found his Superman and Lois Lane for the new Superman Legacy movie and his new DC universe.
Oh yeah, great value, Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
I was gonna. Why you had to say so? I was gonna pop this up real quick.
So
you mean Dollar General?
So the actor that they have to play Superman / Clark Kent is David Cornsweet. That's his name. And Lois Lane. That.
Yes.
Oh shit!
I'm fucking dead.
I was like, the internet has no chill. They're like, yo, Fruit Loops, fruit spin.
and then
I fucking died, bro.
And then for Lois Lane, they have Rachel Brosnahan.
What? Rachel Brosnahan?
Yeah.
From The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
Yes. She's Lois Lane.
You know what? I fucks with that.
Right. You know what though? Now each Superman that was always picked were at the time they were nobodies. Nobody really knew who they were at the time.
Except him. He's actually been in things.
Yeah, but not the average person doesn't know him.
I don't know that nigga at all. That's why I was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know who he is either.
Word.
They didn't give us Henry Cavill.
If you say some obscure movie or TV
show.
He
was actually in a Netflix. He was in the Netflix movie Hollywood That's the most recent thing I
that
saw.
Probably not a lot of people have watched.
I don't know what the fuck you talking
And they
about.
probably don't even recognize his ass.
It's
They
not
probably
an obscure network.
They probably mistaken him for Henry Cavill.
But you know what? This might be
You mean
the
Henry
reason
Cavill?
But in all seriousness, I feel this
Oh, the floor is so comfortable.
But in all seriousness, since James Gunn has always been good at at casting,
Get your ass up.
I always feel. James Gunn's always been good at casting, and I feel that these two that he picked are a really good surefire win. You know, and I swear, if I hear one person, and I know we're going to, there's going to be one person. There's going to be like several people. Oh, this guy's not big enough. I swear to God, like
that already happened, bro.
He's got time to get jacked.
Exactly, he does. Like, let's not give it this Wonder Woman treatment like they did with Gal Gadot. Like, come on now.
Yeah, he's got time to get jacked, so he's gonna be all right.
I'm not even worried about that. I'm just hoping that he can actually act the part.
My thing is
that's all we care about.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. If being that we're making all the jokes about him being dollar store general or great value or fruit spins, Henry Cavill, because of their likeness, he might, because they say who knows, we might use him down the line. Maybe they might use him as a younger, and maybe when he gets older, maybe use Henry Cavill. Maybe it's just a throw. It's just that's just the idea.
Superman's supposed to be younger anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So when he gets older,
his beginnings. This movie's supposed to be his beginnings.
Correct. When he first starts out. So who's to say they can't make him like an aged up, Superman?
Well, technically,
if it gets to that point.
Well, technically, it's not
an origin story.
Yeah, it's not an origin story. It's Superman's already at his prime. It's supposed to be just him focusing on, the how he deals with the world as
they don't need a Superman no more.
It's something like that. But it's not gonna be like emo Superman, like Superman Returns. Where they pulled that, or it's not going to be how Man of Steel was with him, how he's like emo Superman, which he was. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
he's going to be that Superman that everybody knows, the Boy Scout, optimistic, not a chip on his shoulder type one. But the thing is that the movie's supposed to revolve around his old fashioned views of truth, justice, and American way with how the world is today.
Right.
And I kind of like that process that they're using. They're using the All-Star Superman comics to kind of give that flair to the script and to the idea of Superman Legacy. And I think that they were like, since both actors, like the Lois Lane actors, I think she's a little bit older than the Superman actor. I think I feel it would be a good idea to make Lois Lane a little bit older. Not like old gray and stuff like that, but like a little bit older than Superman.
Well, Superman's always going to look younger than her.
Well, yeah, but she's supposed to be like this Pulitzer like winning career woman in the big city. So this girl knows pretty much everything of everything. Another thing I found out.
What you find out?
That there's 2 Skarsgårds going up for the runner-up for Lex Luthor.
They just need to give it to Bryan Cranston and stop fucking with my life.
That's what I'm saying.
For real, you know what I'm saying?
So apparently Alex and Bill Skarsgård are the runner-up for
so Pennywise and Eric.
Yeah.
Shit. Let Alex be Lex and friggin' Bill be Joker, and then everything could be hunky dory.
Hey,
that'd be good.
That'd be actually really good.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. But I think he doesn't want to be another like psychotic fucking thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but
why not? Look at the person he played in John Wick. That dude was a psycho.
he was a coward.
No, he was a coward.
He was a coward.
He wasn't
Yes,
a psycho.
He was a pussy. Poussoir.
Poussoir.
How you say
Poussoir.
how you say pussy?
He's also conniving, right?
But what are your thoughts about the new Superman and Lois? Let's go down the line. Caesar.
It looks to be like a suitable win, even though I'm not really aware of either of the actors' credentials.
Mhm.
But you know what? Fresh faces usually bring something new and authentic to the table. So I would say, yeah, let's go for it, man. Let's see where the where the dice goes. Here.
Nice. Man had a nickname. What do you think? A quick thought on what do you think about the new cast members?
I need to do my research and see what's up.
Understood.
You know,
But just off the top of your head,
I mean, just by looking at him, he does look like he can play Superman. I mean, he does have a small frame, so I'm pretty sure he'll bulk in size for the role.
Yeah.
I sure hope to God they don't fucking just CG his whole fucking suit. That would piss
This ain't
me
Green
off.
Lantern.
But yeah, I mean, we never know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he doesn't bulk up. Maybe he doesn't get Henry Cavill size, and then he can't fit through like that.
Maybe he does the what you call it?
The Homelander muscle suit?
No. The
that actually wouldn't be too bad.
The brand that would be terrible. Because then when he's fucking Clark Kent, he looks scrawny as shit. That'll look weird.
Works for the TV show.
But whatchamacallit, greetings from the Netherlands. Oh, hey.
Hello, Francis.
What's going on?
And
hey, Francis.
Hey.
No, like Brandon Roth, like when he was Superman Returns.
Ugh.
You mean like when he didn't? You mean when he didn't say anything?
Yeah, he had 40 lines.
40 lines, and he said nothing.
I can't believe that. But it looks like Cavill's younger brother.
Right.
He does, though. He does.
He really does.
He's Jimmy Cavill.
He's Jimmy Cavill.
Real. Matt Bomber looks like his twin.
Sir Wednesday.
Oh my God, what's up? I know me.
Your quick thoughts on the new cast members.
Well, I'm glad to see a different. Not that I didn't like Amy Adams, but I'm glad to see a different Lois Lane.
True.
From these days, the guy I've probably seen him in something. He looks familiar. I'll have to look him up and see what I've known him from. But as long as the script is good, as long as the acting is good, we're good. With Rachel Brosnahan, she does amazing work, so I don't have to worry about her. But as far as him, he's the only unknown that I know. And there's known knowns and there's unknown knowns, and we'll just have to know about those knowns that are knowns. And other than that, we'll be all right. I just need to see a good Lex Luthor.
I'm sorry, I couldn't stand that motherfucker doing that.
Really?
Forget you. No, but for real, the main thing is, and this is the thing that I've had with other Superman stories. It's good until you need him to go up against somebody who's an actual threat. And if we don't get one, it's just going to be another talk fest where he owns everybody, and then that's the end of the movie.
Right.
Give me somebody that he can hit, and that can hit him back in return, not just on the physical, but on the intellectual. Let's make it good.
Nice. Definitely agree with that. Okay.
Yep.
Roundhouse, quick thought on the new cast members.
I like him. He's all right. I kind of agree with Francis here. He only takes some Hollywood steroids. I agree, the Hollywood steroid shit. Yeah,
talk about their vitamins.
Yep. I could give him some Hollywood steroids. Hit that gym. I mean, the Bill went from emphatic skeleton to make it true.
He really did.
But I do agree. Like, he looks good.
You go ahead, drink your wine. It's
fine. I agree. He looks good. I like Lois because she has credentials. She has credentials.
She was actually really good in that movie.
I did see the movie. I did see the movie Hollywood. It was pretty good.
And she was in House of Cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um. But I'm with Sir Wednesday on this one. I've been saying this thing about Superman as well.
Okay.
They got to give him somebody to hit. Zod was one thing, but they
We're getting
got to
sick of
give
Zod.
him somebody to hit.
But exactly, but also to add to that, they got to get him somebody to hit physically and mentally.
Yeah.
They got to have somebody who can actually fight him toe to toe and outsmart him at the same time.
I don't want him to like. I don't need a Lex Luthor to fight him.
That wouldn't be bad. Not just yet. Yeah,
I
he
don't
has,
need him
he
to.
got.
I need Lex Luthor to just be. I need Lex Luthor to be Thanos. Right?
Oh, like that shadowy, kind of like how Kingpin is sort of
right.
too.
I need him to.
Yep.
I need him to be Thanos in a way where he's not shadowy. We know who he is. We know what he's doing, like the cartoon. Well, I need him that we like. He's the guy who's setting it up. He's setting all these villains towards him, right? I need him to be. I need Lex Luthor to be Thanos in a way.
So who? So okay. So here's
Then,
another.
but I also need to have because there's a lot of villains that blame Lex for the reason why they become what they become. So there's a lot of you can have that. You can have that because LexCorp does a lot of shit. Like they're
the evil. They're the evil version of Wayne Enterprises, basically.
Well, they're the evil version of Star Labs because they do a lot.
Yeah.
They do a lot of shit, right? Also, too, I need to see what they do with Star Labs, like to see Star Labs being like, kind of like they did with because if he's established, right, I need to see them how they did in Titans in the last season, how they monitor Superman. They have all these things to help Superman, all this shit like they did in Titans in the last season. I need to see Star Labs being in a partnership with Superman in a way, right? I also need to see how LexCorp is like that evil version of working with Katniss a little bit, just or in that realm of it. Just setting things up, right? Like I need to see Katniss a little bit with LexCorp, or a shadowy, underbelly from LexCorp, even in a way kind of like helping LexCorp, in a way.
Francis says, in fact, while I disliked Superman when I was young, since he had the most boring suit. Now I'm older. He is the most universal superhero. He is an alien, and super. Huh?
Yeah, he's an alien. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next one, he says, he can be liked he can be liked by everyone in every condition in society,
which he is.
Yeah.
But the thing again, like I said, I kind of need LexCorp and Katniss or to be like Katniss be the underbelly helping LexCorp and shit, do these projects and shit. Like,
well, that means introducing Waller again.
Waller could be a shadowy figure.
Okay, I see your point.
Waller could be Waller's definitely going to be part of that universe, though.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
We don't need to see Waller. We could just have her as a shadowy figure.
But here's one last question. Who do you guys think should be the somewhat villain of this first one?
Parasite. Technically, I would say Atomic Skull. Give him somebody to hit. Give him somebody that's actually very dangerous, not just on levels of power. Give him somebody that it does take brains to just save a lot of people because Atomic Skull's nuclear. You got to get him away from humans, right? Like they did with Superman versus the not the Elite, is it the elite? Yeah, the elite.
The elite.
The elite.
That whole Atomic Skull thing, they need to take that because that was pretty good about a villain that he can have fight on a like, you know, be cocky about it, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna beat you. Him outsmarting Superman on some things, Superman still get the win, but have him absorb like nuclear powers, right? Like how they hooked him up and thought that they were
Facts.
how they
Yo, put that shit up that Francis just said.
No, facts.
That is facts.
True, but
Word.
I believe in Gunn. I think he's definitely gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Really.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think Atomic Skull would be the best. To me, just started off a nuclear experiment, kind of bring it, like shout out to Nuclear Man a little bit, right? You could do it. You could do a shout out to the old movies with Nuclear Man and just make Atomic Skull, right?
Fucking hated that movie.
You know, making their own Superman, but gone wrong. I know. Listen, I don't care about the whole movie. I'm just saying, like,
no, I get you.
like something that
You talk about the concept. You talk about the concept.
Yeah, the concept of it.
something
That's fine.
going wrong, right?
I get it. Yeah.
Where his skull, he doesn't have skin anymore. His face is atomic, so he just goes and starts wanting to get at Lex, but Lex he wants to kill Lex because Lex turned him into this, but he directs his anger towards Superman. Why? Because Lex tried to make a new Superman, right? Try to make himself his own Superman that he can own. And this guy thinks like, fuck it, I'm gonna just get rid of the old one anyway, and then I'm gonna come after you, Lex. So he's just gonna direct his anger towards Superman.
Coming for you, Lex.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I think that would be great. One, two, we can get a version, and they don't have to do this in a way where it's like Doomsday in a way, like the old movie. They can get like in Superman versus the Elite, how Atomic Skull, Superman beat him, outsmarted him with his wits, his powers, but they hooked him up to a generator, draining his powers. He figured out how to reverse that and suck powers into him, right? Energy into him, making him stronger, giving Superman an actual fight. You don't need to make him gigantic and monstrous. Just make him big enough, right, and strong enough to hit Superman hard enough where it's like, oh shit, I gotta really do some shit. I gotta really fight this dude. And Superman should be smart enough, like on some Goku shit. I'm not gonna fight in the city. I'm gonna fight you in the fucking desert or in the middle of rocks and stuff like that.
On the mountains.
Oh,
Right.
So yeah, you should have him fight in Harrison because there's no fucking
Shut
parking
the
to get
fuck up. It's not about parking. Stupid. But
and Roundhouse will be safe because he'll be far away from the fight.
no, I won't be. But I just think it would be best if we just have that because the one thing we didn't have in the Cavill movies was him. He was saving people, but he wasn't like trying to get people away from the situation. Granted,
But they wanted. But the thing is, it was different because they wanted him.
It was different.
If he left to go do something else, they would just follow and destroy what he was trying to do.
Right. But my thing is just like Superman. If you ever know Superman, when he's fighting, right, he tries to get them away from the city.
Yeah, but he has the support and other motherfuckers help get him away. Remember
Right.
when he was fighting Doomsday, the Justice League came and got motherfuckers out.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, in general, Superman has a habit of he can get people away from the city. If he can stop a situation right away, he'll stop the situation right away. But most of the time, he wants to get them away from people. So that's what he does when he's fighting these people. So we need to see that. The villains. I don't need to see Lex. I don't need to.
No, I see to see a Lex.
I think
at least show a
can
Lex.
see Lex, but I don't need Lex to be
The main
again.
one.
He needs to be Thanos.
I think what they're gonna do is because James Gunn likes to pick obscure characters, so I think we're gonna see someone that we're not gonna expect. Like everyone's expecting Doomsday, everyone's expecting.
I don't.
Dark
Nobody's
Knight.
expecting Doomsday. after
Not
that
too
fight.
early.
Nobody's expecting.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just saying, like people, these are the people that they're gonna expect. Lex Luthor. These are people that they're gonna. Even Brainiac is someone that people would expect. You know what I mean?
Brainiac is too much he is a Superman villain, but he's a more of a
If
world
if
Justice League.
if anything, I think that would probably be your Thanos as well.
Correct.
The-
Because
uh,
you see Lex in the
Actually,
beginning. You
Dark
got
Side would be the Dark Side would be the Thanos.
they have to get there first,
They
dog.
had to get there first, right? So he has Superman
I
has
could
two
see, I
world
could
threat.
definitely see Parasite.
Well,
Yeah.
Superman has two world threatening villains. He has more than that, but yet still, which is Dark Side and Brainiac, right?
I'd say Parasite first, but you know how like they dropped the ball with two villains in Spider-Man. They
I
should
would say
have
I
they
say
should
Brainiac
have
and Parasite.
no, I'd say Luther and Parasite first because then you can get the ball rolling, and Luther will be like the secondary, even though he looks like the main one, and it's Parasite. And after that, you could see Brainiac working in the background.
Yeah, I actually, I honestly would just like to see Atomic Skull because I think there's somebody that can hit him. But also too, Parasite would be great too because if they do it like they did in the cartoon, not technically correct like that, where he drained Superman powers like a little bit. He was like, "Hold up, I like this shit. I'm gonna keep draining them. Like I'm gonna keep fighting and fighting and trying to drain him." And then he figured out because he drained some of his powers, he got some of his
Memories.
memory. So he realized who he was. Showed up at his house, drained the shit out of him, had him chained up, and came back for recharge every what? Is every 24 hours? Was it
Some shit like that.
some shit like that, right? So he came back for recharge every time. I think that would be a great story.
Okay.
Also, too, you can make Lex like the whole liquid stuff, how he got transformed and stuff, is from LexCorp. They're tying into Lex Luthor.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. That would be
Yeah.
a bad idea. Anybody else got anything else about Superman that they want to see? Or nah, yeah, pretty good.
I mean, well, personally, I haven't really been hearing a whole lot of Metallo requests.
I would like to see Metallo.
You know what I mean? I mean, but if James Gunn wanted to be like low key as fuck, he probably would just throw Toy Man in there just for kicks and giggles.
That's what I'm saying. Like
No,
it's got to be some like obscure as characters that we're just
Knowing
gonna be like,
James Gunn, he
oh,
would
shit,
do
I
that.
remember
Metallo
that.
would be cool. Metallo would be cool, but it'd be like
Human.
Metallo would be cool. But one thing I don't want to see is like it probably would look. I don't want them fighting like Terminator, where he's just slowly walking. Metallo can move.
Oh, Metallo's gonna move.
He has to move.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
he can't be no stiff ass fucking robot walking to fight Superman. Nah, he
won't be the Terminator.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like it can't be that. He has to be like move and shit and fight.
He have to move.
Yeah, I agree. I like Metallo.
What about you, Ninja?
Livewire would not be bad. Livewire
She'd
would
be
not,
like a villain of the week.
I kind of say introduce her like a villain of the week.
Livewire?
Mhm.
Maybe a quick throwaway.
Yeah, like you could have him fight her in the beginning of the movie,
Yeah,
introducing her.
Sure,
Good.
why not?
Right.
Sure.
If it's
no, because I'm sure Wednesday you did ask. I was thinking of Metallo myself as well, but Parasite is actually a pretty good start to a villain because Parasite. I mean, the guy can steal your powers and leave you vulnerable for like 24 hours.
True that.
what crazy thing about that is that they don't need to make him
Monstrous. Yeah.
No,
I don't, and I need them to.
Tone it the fuck down.
That's the thing too. But it's like, I need them to start taking notes from the actual cartoons. When certain characters become like mutated or whatever the case may be, they don't become monstrous, right? They're humanoid, but not monstrous. Like Parasite was not monstrous. He was humanoid, but he wasn't monstrous.
He was a human, and then he got doused with some shit, so
Yeah,
he shouldn't be.
But you know what I'm
He
saying?
shouldn't be
Like
turning into
but
like
when you
Adam
look at
Smasher.
when you look at the Superman movie, that the animated movie that they did with Parasite in it, he was monstrous, and then he grew in size and grew and grew and grew, and he became monstrous. I was like, we don't need that. We don't need him to. We don't need the Superman to fight somebody that turns into that size, like monstrous. We don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody that can actually fight him toe to toe, fist to fist, knows his moves, does and that, and that can drain his powers.
Here's
And
the
has to
great
be
thing.
smart to out. Superman has to be smart to outwit this dude. So
Here's the great thing about that. James Gunn understands the
Yeah, he does.
characters and how they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to what was a Peacemaker and freaking Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, like I felt like all the characters, like they meant something. Everyone had their place, versus the first Suicide Squad that we got that just felt like an action movie.
it's a Will Smith movie.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I didn't really care for it because it felt like just a regular action movie, just like any other movie.
They might as well have changed the name of it to Getting Jiggy with It.
Then
Yeah.
Will Smith Will Smith fucked Margot Robbie too, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He hit those.
Mm-mm. But anyway,
Yeah, hit it with the noisy cricket. Anyway, like you said, what you think? We should shut it down?
yes,
Yeah, shut down the studio.
Good time to peel onions.
yes, shut down the studio.
Get
All
some
right,
sugar cookies from Newark, New Jersey.
take it away.
All right, take us out.
If you like this content we provide to you, and you know you do, I know it's been too long, but we're back. Shouldn't have left you. Not a dope step to bet you. Anyway, feel free to contact us or like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Like, share, subscribe.
Scare?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
share, subscribe. Yeah,
I mean, if we're talking about scare, we might as well do it from here.
That's true. Speaking of scare, tune into our buddies over at Saturday Night Nightmares. You got your boy, the ninja, that's kicking it with you. You got Brad Pitt over here with the ones and twos. You got Crimson Adams showing you all your horror needs. Go follow them at Saturday Night Nightmare. No S.
Yeah,
at IG.com.
And I got an announcement.
What you announcing?
Since it's the 41st anniversary of The Thing, thank you very much, Black Caesar, for putting that up there.
You're welcome.
We will be on our channel on YouTube, which is right down there.
Yeah, I said all that shit.
Yes, you will be you can go there, and this Saturday, we're going to be posting up the Saturday Night Nightmare Retro, which is basically an older episode of us doing the Thing video that we already did. It's gonna be re-edited and all that other stuff, but that will be there this Saturday. So don't miss it for the 41st anniversary of
45th?
the 41st anniversary
So
of The
44
Thing.
years, dude?
41 years. The Thing from 1982.
John Carpenter.
Oh, 19, damn,
Classic,
bro.
man.
I remember seeing that shit when I was young. I was like, oh my God.
See, they don't make them like that anymore, man. That's some old school horror for you.
Mhm.
All
All right, good. Sir Wednesday. What else?
right. Yeah, don't forget to follow us on our IG at official True Story Bro. Don't forget to follow us. There it goes. Also on our Twitters at official_TSBP. Don't forget to go on and check us out. Also on hit the cue, motherfucker. Whenever you see us online, whenever you see us all the time, go on at twitch.tv, official True Story Bro. Somebody will be playing something on the interwebs, challenge them, or just join them, whichever. Or if you want to challenge this motherfucker right here, go say hi to your boy Roundhouse. Go to twitch.tv /here Roundhouse 84. Challenge him. Fighting game, shooting game, a game of Monopoly. I fucking hate that game, but he'll play it with you. Who knows? That's our boy Roundhouse. Challenge him. So when Roundhouse streams, you'll be there.
It's funny, at the end of the show, my video is not looking like a kung fu movie now.
What is up with that? I think somebody's buying off your internet, bro. I think somebody really is.
Might be.
Because every time we start, it seems like it's choppy, and then by the time we end, it's like somebody.
Lately, it's been that way. I know.
You better restart your shit. You coming in here like you have offended me.
You have offended the Shaolin Temple.
Also, don't forget to follow me and Brad Pitt on Bros at Ringside. We will be live this Sunday. possibly Sunday.
Possibly, you better be sure.
Well, I got. Well, we're gonna check and see if it's this.
That's right.
I'd say don't say that shit.
Yeah, use the intro.
Wait, hold on. When's
Yeah, use the intro.
when Money in the Bank is?
Saturday.
Sunday? It's Saturday. You see us Sunday then.
Perhaps.
It's definitely Sunday.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's our Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And if you're thirsty, and we know you are, whether you're at home or where you're at cons, make sure you go to www.drinkwildbills.com. Use that promo code TrueStoryBro for 10. Count them 10% off for all your very, 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 very good beverage needs. Like I said, whether at home or at a con, True Story Bro, somewhere out you, go for it. Drink Wild Bills. No bull, just bills. There you go.
Okay.
I'm running out of juice. You can tell. I should probably give you some
Show
bills
me
though.
fun.
Yeah. Also, if you want to get our merch, make sure you do. Buy our faces. We got some new designs coming up on the woodwork. Buy slogans, faces, clubs, mugs, thugs, rugs, all that stuff. You got
Buy red beers pop.
Buy Red Beers Pop when it comes out. Make sure you go to true-story-bro.creator. What's that, -spring.com. Yeah.
Also, don't forget to follow some of our friends and podcasts. You see them usually on Bros at Ringside, or sometimes special guests on here on True Story Bro. Don't forget to follow, needless to say, Brad and all the guys over there. Please go follow their podcast.
Yes, our multiverse versions of us, our multiverse variants.
Follow them on Spotify.
Yeah. Follow them, Brad, motherfucker Dave, the other Craig, Mr. 4%, and and Matt, the angriest man next to myself.
Yeah, go follow them on Spotify. Also, too, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on
all those
TikTok as well. Don't forget to follow Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast. They're the other podcast that we team up with. Usually, Chris joins us on Bros at Ringside, and very good podcast. They're definitely talking about wrestling. They're probably on right now, talking about AEW tonight. So please go follow them right now. And that's it.
Okay.
Cool. Gentlemen, it's been an honor. Thank you for showing up for this show.
And before we go, as always,
whatever. Anyway,
he thought it was the other one.
No, I knew it was this one. I wait for it every show now. It's like not even funny to me anymore. I usually laugh at the shit, but whatever.
I was gonna skip on it this week. I didn't even.
No, Al wants to do it every fucking thing. He does it. He just wants to shit on me like they shit on Craig up there. But it's fine. I really don't give a shit.
That's right.
And as always,
don't be bitches.
Don't be bitches. Make us famous. Famous words by a famous man. Wears a hat, and he's a red beard, and we miss him dearly.
Miss him dearly.
Always.
And he's got the butters. The butters.
And all right, and
Good evening.
Take it easy. Hang up my phone.